About Luna really quickly. The team did confirm Terra 2.0 is in fact not a fork, but an entirely new chain. The Terra team reveals Terra 2.0 is not a fork. So you can see here, Terra 2.0 is nearly here. Visit Agora to join the discussion. Terra is a public blockchain protocol with passionate community and a deep developer talent pool. You can see here. So I think there is a lot of confusion on whether or not where you're holding your Luna is valid for the snapshot and valid for the airdrop, which is supposedly supposed to come. I believe the snapshot or the airdrop's coming sometime this Friday, May 27th, which is about 3 days from today. But let's take a look at this, right? So for days now, there have been speculations as to whether Terra 2.0 will be launched or whether or not Do Kwon and his team will change their minds and agree to burn extra Luna tokens to revive the dwindling price. Now it appears Terra 2.0 will happen. Now, a lot of people here, a lot of people are against this. I think there's obviously a movement of people that are for the Terra 2.0, but there's quite a bit of people that are against the Terra 2.0 and would much rather prefer Do Kwon to burn the, you know, extra Luna tokens to revive the price. But you can see here, however, contrary to what most people thought, Terra 2.0 will not be a fork. It's going to be a new chain. Instead, it'll be a whole new blockchain network that will start from Genesis Block 0. Terra shared this revelation in a recent Twitter thread. Earlier on, Do Kwon had tweeted that Terra 2.0 will be a hard fork of Luna. That doesn't seem to be the case anymore. So there seems to also be some sort of lack of transparency or just lack of communication from what Do Kwon is saying to what the official Terra Twitter account is saying, which again does not bode well for the happiness of the holders throughout the board. But you can see here, Terra 2.0 will not share history with the current Terra chain. So Terra sought to distinguish between a hard fork and a new blockchain in the Twitter thread. First off, a hard fork then shares the history with the original chain, but a new chain doesn't share it at all. It's a completely new chain in its entirety. This means that Terra 2.0 will not share any history with the current Terra Luna chain, which will now be called Terra Classic. As such, the proposal 1623 is about to complete rebirth of Terra as opposed to tweaking the chain to create a split chain of the current one. However, Terraform Labs has yet to develop a launch date or a roadmap for the new Terra 2.0. So the DApps or assets from the old Terra Classic will not pre-exist on Terra as they would in a fork and therefore need to migrate. Most of the popular DApps built on Terra Classic have already committed to migrating, including Prism, Stater Labs, Random Earth, and One Planet, and many more. Initially, the Terra community was majorly in favor of burning Luna to reduce its supply and the pump up the price, but Do Kwon's proposal to create Terra 2.0 took center stage in the end. Do Kwon plans to airdrop the new Luna tokens to holders of Luna Classic once Terra 2.0 is live. So that brings me to the issue at hand and whether or not, and a lot of people wondering, right? Again, also, just so you guys know, there's a ton of scams going on right now that are directly related to Luna and UST and just the entire Terra ecosystem. So make sure you guys be careful. Don't keep your just don't be stupid. There's just so many scams going on. So many scams. People telling you to DM them. Don't DM them. Hold on to your coins. Don't send people coins. Don't do anything. Don't connect your wallet anywhere. Really, you guys, it's really, really important to be mindful of the scams that are going on here with Terra, Luna, UST all together. But you can see here, Do Kwon, and this is an article from a couple of days ago, but I think it helps here. Do Kwon says Terra collecting snapshot data for Luna airdrop. So Terra founder Do Kwon said that blockchain is in process of collecting data from major exchanges for the upcoming Luna airdrop. Because it is a large amount of data that needs to be collected, the process is taking some time. He says the move comes as voting that the majority of Luna holders are in favor of Terra launching a hard fork and creating a new blockchain. Now, since this article came out 3 days ago, this is obviously not the case, as they're not doing a hard fork. They're just creating a whole new blockchain that is not included with the hard fork. So exactly how will the Terra airdrop play out? Under the proposal that is currently, again, nothing is official. I do not believe the community pool of Luna holders will receive 30% of the new Luna supply. Holders from prior to the crash will receive 35%, while those who bought in after the crash will receive 10%. USD holders on Anchor prior to the crash will receive 10% of the total supply, while those who become holders after the crash will receive 15%. The new chain will entirely discard the UST stablecoin. Most community participants have supported this measure, given that UST's failure was what caused the crash. So there's other blockchains doubtful over a new proposal. You can see your DeFi giant Lido is also set to open a community vote on whether to support the new Terra. While Lido on the old Terra was a resounding success, users brought up an extreme loss of goodwill for Terra after the crash. And I think that's how a lot of other people are feeling as well, especially considering that Terra, as of right now, it hasn't even really considered the burn or given that as an option for Terra holders to vote on. So a lot of people did lose that trust with Luna, and it just depends, right? It depends how many Luna tokens and coins you were holding before the crash, how much you're holding after the crash, and also when you bought your Luna tokens as well. But you can see here as well, token distribution, which we talked about here. Pre-attack Luna holders 35, post-attack Luna holders 10%. Everything gets the staking derivatives included. 30% unlocked at Genesis, 70% vested over 2 years. Thereafter, with a 6-month cliff. Now this is apparently posted by Kwan on the Terra website, kind of everything that is going on. Network launch apparently coming this Friday, May 27th. Essential app developer registration completed. Genesis file created from final launch snapshot. Terra Core release cut. Right, so this is all kind of already happening. These next 3 days, I think, will be extremely crucial. And you can see here, this is what is kind of a lot of had me make this video, was what will happen to the people who hold on exchanges. And you can see the 33 replies here. Just read it. Really want to know what happens because I fall in that category. Move to a wallet and stake. You will receive airdrop of a new coin. Presumably the CEX will receive the airdrop and have to distribute to you. Snapshot your Luna amount on the 27th and get airdrop. Just one question: if I buy Luna from an exchange today, it will become Luna Classic later, and I will get airdrop of a new coin. Just wondering. Again, you have asked a great question. So I think what's going to happen here is, like, for example, if you're holding your Luna on crypto.com will in fact get the airdrop, and then they will distribute